welcome back to YouTube. Today we're going to be looking at some random toys that I found at the Dollar Tree. These are the micro collections. I bought 2 of the full sets. So without further ado, let's take a look at them. The first set is a very well-known series, Masters of the Wild. It's the micro collection, the PVC collection. Really not much to it. Again, can't give it to any 3-year-old or under 3, and they're not bad. There's 5 of them. There's He-Man, Merman, Skeletor, Orko, and Man-at-Arms. Don't worry, we're going to be taking them out of the package. So Man-at-Arms, as you can tell, Duncan, Teela's adoptive father, looks pretty good. I mean, it's a pretty accurate depiction of what he looks like. And even the face is pretty decent. I mean, the paint job's not the greatest, but for what you get, they actually very much look like what you get in the series. You know, the chunky bodies, the same generic look on every single body, and pretty much the same generic loincloth that's found on almost all of them. And if you actually ever got the complete toy, that's what his armor actually looks like. So that's Man-at-Arms. Pretty good depiction. My son actually has one of these sets too. I bought him all about Man-at-Arms because they had ran out. Here's Skeletor. There's his ram staff. He actually looks scarier this way than he does in the actual toy. He kind of looks goofy in the toy. Here he actually looks kind of demonic. I have to say I like this depiction of him. Again, same generic loincloth, body. But I have to say, like, the details on these aren't that bad. Pretty generic bases. But, yeah, pretty good. Pretty solid looking characters. They're good for probably a diorama or just a small collection. I mean, you can even give these to kids to play with, and I don't think they'll break that easily. Here's Orko. He's always been goofy and one of my favorite characters just because he's like very powerful with being a bumbling wizard at the same time. I've always found his character very endearing. I forgot what species he is. But yeah, he's always that weird, goofy one that you see. Him and the Presto from Dungeons and Dragons. I love that type of bumbling wizard character type. I love how he always has the O for Orko. Again, nicely detailed. And I love how he's like different than the generic He-Man. Here's He-Man. Again, he's got that power harness that gives him 10 times his normal strength. He's powerful enough as it is. His sort of power that he inherited, because he's of the blood of Grayskull, his "Stop! I will beat you!" hand. Funny part is he never really used his sword in the 80s cartoon, because like they had something against violence in that way. So he always like solved it some other way. Like throwing rocks at people or lassoing him and all that. He had like a bolo or something like that tucked away in his belt somewhere. Again, the same generic body, all that. But like I said, the detail is pretty good for being like cheap generic plastic figurines. I mean, you can even see his abs and all that. The muscles, the abs, even the veins sort of. Pretty good detail. Merman. I wish they had Beastman too, but they only have 5. I mean, the coloring is just a little off, but I love his sword. Kind of reminds me of Corn on the Cob. I know, I think it's supposed to represent like a tentacle or something like that, but yeah, again, same generic body. But honestly though, like the details that they have on this, pretty good, pretty high. And again, you can see how he's got webbing here, not webbing, like fins here and here. Even his hands have slight webbing on them. Definitely showing that he's an aquatic creature. Even his feet have those weird. So, yeah, pretty good figurine altogether. His head kind of reminds me of Skunk Man's head, too. I think they reused it. Alright, so that was the Masters of the Wild. Masters of the Wild, wow. Masters of the Universe. Let's get these, the garbage out of the way. And the next set I have all 4 of them that they had, is the Lost World, or Jurassic Park, Jurassic World figurines. There's the Velociraptor, blue. The Dimetrodon, which is technically not a dinosaur, it is a reptile. The T-Rex. The Tyrannosaurus Rex. And my personal favorite, Triceratops. So let's take a look at them. So again, the quality is pretty good. It's a pretty solid figurine. It's that hard plastic, and it, again, good for dioramas, good for kids to play with. But the detail's pretty good again. Like the color is well done. They seem to have taken their time with these. These, while they probably are mass produced, have quality to them. I like the stand that it's on. It's nice and thick plastic. And again, it suits each creature as needed. I think all their bases are the same. It's just which way they're standing. Like, again, this is blue. She's a velociraptor. But we all know that velociraptors in real life were about the size of chicken or turkeys. They're tiny, about 3 feet, I think. These look more like Dinichius? Dinichosaurus or something like that. I don't know how to pronounce them. Begins with a D. That's all I know. I'll make it appear down here. But that doesn't sound as intimidating. But again, the detail, and they look different so that it's not the same, like remold different colors. In fact, you can even see her claws there. I think Owen would love her. The Dimetrodon. Pretty interesting reptile, and you can see the base is just turned around. So they did use the same base. So the Dimetrodon, if I read correctly, is one of the direct predecessors to mammals. I've got the actual term for it. I'll make it appear below. But they are, I want to say endothermic, or like as close to warm-blooded as possible. Again, really good detail. This one's got a slightly more rubberized quality to it. It's not, there it is. I like it. And then my favorite, as always, the Triceratops. Ever since I was a kid, this has been my favorite. Secretly, I've wanted one as a pet. Kind of looks goofy like this, I will say. It's like a little chibi version, or a baby version, but again, don't care. I love the detail. This one's also got that slightly rubberized feel to it. Yeah, very good quality. I mean, you can even get the individual, like, see the lumps on there, the individual horns. Even the horns themselves has, like, some detail. I like them. So, that's the little figurines I picked up over the course of a couple of months as I found them. I will say 9 out of 10, both quality and playability, even if you do just a diorama. Keep your eyes open for them. They have like a bunch more. I might pick up some more sets of these, different what they have for other figurines. Stay tuned for those if I do. If not, go find out for yourself. And below in the comments, let me know who your favorite Masters of the Universe figure one was. Mine was always Orko. I guess I also like He-Man. Tilo is also one of my other favorites. And then let me know what your favorite dinosaur or prehistoric reptile was. As always, mine is the Triceratops. Thank you. Have a great day. Peace out, YouTube.